Got 3 bets at Doncaster on St Ledger Day, a nap, a next best, and a long shot. We'll start with the nap, which is in the Champagne Stakes at 150. For me, it boiled down to a choice between two. The two ahead of the betting, Al-Bashir and Chindit. At the moment, Al-Bashir is shading favouritism. He was really impressive on debut, and I think that fully justifies Connection's decision to step him up in grade here. But for me, the market should be the other way around. I think it's probably overestimating Al-Bashir's form chance and underestimating what Chindit's achieved a little bit. I thought he did quite well to make a winning debut, particularly considering that a lot from his yard have needed their debuts this year, their juveniles. And then he was much improved to win a listed race at Ascot last time. That form's worked out really well. The second, the third, and the fourth have all come out and won since. And I thought Chindit did well to come from behind in a steadily run race. He was still quite green. Quite a big sectional upgrade for him that day, and the time overall wasn't bad either. I think that performance suggests that he is at least a smart performer in the making. Like I say, I think the market, although I do respect Al-Bashir, I think for me, Chindit should be favourite. And with that in mind, I think he's got a cracking chance. The next best bet comes in the Portland Stakes, and it's a Moment of Madness. This is a horse that I fancied just before he was pulled out at York's Eber meeting. He's got a cracking record in this race. He won it a couple of years ago off 99, second to July Cup winner Oxted last year off 95. He's taken a little bit of time to get going this year, but I thought it was a really encouraging run at Goodwood last time. He wasn't given a hard time to finish third. The second and the fourth have both come out and won since. The handicapper quite generously has eased him another couple of pounds. He's down to 91. It looks like he's drawn in the right part of the track. There are plenty of front runners sort of drawn either side of him, really, and there or thereabouts. So I think the draws definitely looks to be in his favour. Good track record. Everything looks to be in place for him to run well. It's obviously very competitive, but he's well handicapped, looks to be coming to the boil. And yeah, I think he can run well. And finally, the long shot comes in the St Ledger itself. Of the three that are towards the head of the betting, I've sort of got my doubts about Santiago and Piledriver. I don't think Santiago is good enough, and I'm not really sure that Piledriver is going to stay. It was a test of speed, really, more than anything at York. It was obviously a much improved performance, but I do doubt whether he wants a 1 3/4. With that in mind, I think Hookham makes more appeal of those towards the top of the market. I thought he did well in the Geoffrey Freer. He looks a Group 1 performer. Not entirely sure there's masses in his price, but of those towards the head of the betting, he was on I like most. I think it's the sort of race that it's worth having a go at one at a price. And the one that makes plenty of appeal to me is Mohican Heights. 2 from 2 last year. He made a winning debut over in Ireland, switched to Current Connections and won a listed race at Salisbury, beating Subjectivist and Berlin Tango. I thought his reappearance at Royal Ascot was pretty eye-catching, to be honest. He finished third behind Piledriver, probably would have finished closer to that rival if his rider hadn't tried to track Mogul through. His run got delayed. It was a bit of a messy race as well, but he ran on in pretty eye-catching fashion. I think he probably found the Derby a bit of a culture shock. To be fair to him, he actually travelled quite well for a long way, met some trouble about 3 furlongs out, and obviously, it was a bit muddling. He was left a long way back, and he was just never involved. He's been off since then. I think the step up to 1 3/4 is going to be absolutely ideal for him. He definitely looks like he's going to relish it. He's just the sort of horse that, for me, could outrun the odds sort of 20, 25 to 1. I think he should be short on that. I think he's probably still got a bit of improvement to come. So with doubts about a couple of those at the head of the betting at a big price, I thought Mohican Heights could run well.